Hey, welcome back. In my last video, we decided to try combining the best and worst games of all time. We only ended up scratching the surface because, unbeknownst to me, there was a lot more where that came from. So I dove back in with many new characters to play as. The first character we're checking out is Pike, as suggested by Owlendurg on YouTube. Apparently this guy is fantastic, so let's go over his abilities. He has a passive ability that gives 3 times health regen while invisible, and also converts bonus health into bonus damage. The primary attack uses his knife with every third hit, triggering a bleed effect. The secondary attack uses his bone skewer to pull enemies towards you. His utility ability dashes forward, leaving behind a phantom that will return to him while stunning and damaging enemies in its path. And finally, his special ability, it says Pike blinks to a target location and slashes enemies. Enemies below 10% of their max health are executed, and if an enemy is executed using this ability, you become invisible for 3 seconds and can recast it for 5 seconds. So, how does this character actually feel in-game? Well, it feels good. Not good in the sense that he's the best character ever, but good in the sense that the character feels like it belongs. It doesn't feel out of place. He's not too over or under tuned. I could see him right up there with the rest of the vanilla survivors. His secondary allows you to pull flying enemies in, so his lack of ranged options doesn't make him a bad choice by any means. Also, you can do some real crazy stuff with him like this. Yeah, pretty cool. Unfortunately though, I ended up dying on stage 3 with this guy. Moving on to the next character, I gotta say, this character was a lot of fun. He's clearly busted, but it's just so funny some of the things that you can do. This character is Set. He's another melee character and his kit is just insane. First, Set has 2 passive abilities. The first one regenerates more health per second the more health you are missing, and the second one gives you stacks on hit that provide more base damage, up to 12 stacks. And when you're at 12 stacks, you also heal for 6% of any damage from abilities dealt to enemies. The primary attack on this guy alternates between punching with your left and right fists, with one of them doing slightly more damage. Critical hits with this resets the basic attack timer and causes the next basic attack to do double damage. The secondary ability pulls all enemies within a 20-meter radius to you, dealing damage and stunning and slowing them. This next ability is the real treat of this character, the Showstopper. You literally pick up and RKO an enemy, dealing 1600% plus 10% of the target's maximum health and maximum shield, dealing damage to all enemies in an area around where you land. It's truly insane, and I'll show you why later. Finally, for his special ability, Set passively stores damage he takes as grit, and on cast, you expend all your grit stored to gain a shield and punch an area. You punch an area, not one dude, not the guy right in front of you, you punched the whole area. I don't know how that works, but it just does. Deal 2700% damage plus 75% expended grit plus 5% every 4 levels in true damage. That's a lot of damage. The enemy armor doesn't mean anything here. So I don't really know what to say about this character besides the fact that he's just an absurd type of fun to play as. Let me show you some of the things that you can RKO with this guy. Right here, I literally end up grabbing the Wandering Vagrant's attack and slamming it back into him. Then I pull it in using my secondary ability and it just pops. If that isn't some anime level absurdly hilarious situation, then feel free to correct me on why that isn't funny. I just imagine all the survivors that have come before and have died, and these boss enemies think that they're hot shit, then suddenly this guy comes in here and just RKOs everyone, just completely humiliating them. I mean, look at this, it's so goofy. No! Oh my god. Well, it's unfortunate that I died on Mithrix, especially since I traded with him, but I'd say it was a good run. There's quite a few more champions from League that I intend on trying out. Hit that subscribe button to stay bricked. Stay bricked.